Hi guys, Super Dave here, ready for another video. The title of this video is How Am I Going to Find My First House? So you have been qualified at the bank and now you need to go out and find your first target house. How do you go about that? Well, the first and easiest step is get in touch with a real estate agent. And don't just get any real estate agent. Do your research, go online, find a top producer, somebody with experience, somebody who's been in your town for a long time and has a great reputation. So what you need to do is make an appointment with that person. Go into their office, sit down, and explain what you're looking for. Let them know you've already talked to your banker and you're qualified and you're ready to buy a house if the numbers work. And give them your criteria. Sit down, take the time, and let them know exactly what you're looking for. Look at their profile. Look at their years of experience. Look how long they've been in your particular market in your town. Take the time, do the research, and find the best real estate agent in your town to work with. And don't settle for less. Now, some of the methods I've used to find a house is you have to be more creative and you have to work hard to dig up and grind and find these properties. One method I've used for years is called farming letters. I would sit down and write a form letter and I would say who I was and what I was looking for. And then I would go out and send these letters to particular neighborhoods, particular areas. I would target farming is what it's called. So I would just write a letter and I would simply say who I was and that I'm a real estate investor and I buy properties. And you need to send out a lot of these letters. And in the letter, try to be creative. Let them know who you are. Let them know that you are from their town. Let them know you're a local. Write a good letter. Be specific on what you're asking for. Let them know that you're looking to buy houses because you're a real estate investor and you're looking for rental properties. And let them know what your target is and be specific in your letter. Another method I use is just drive around. It may sound crazy, but I have spent a lot of time in my car driving through neighborhoods, driving through areas I've never been in before and looking for signs. When I see a real estate sign in front of a house, the first thing I do is call that agent and get the basics about the house. What's the price? What's the size? And what are the number of bedrooms? Go ahead and get the basic information from the realtor. Then let them know if everything lines up, you would like to make an appointment and walk through the house. Even if the house isn't perfect, it's good to walk through real estate, make appointments. And one trick I like to use is when you call that listing agent, let them know you're going to use them for the whole deal. You'll let them represent you as a buyer and they can represent the seller so they can make double the money. It's also important to talk to people in the neighborhood. If you see somebody standing on a street corner, let them know you're a real estate investor. Have they heard of any of the houses in the neighborhood that could be coming up for sale? You have to be more creative than just using a real estate agent. You need to have more tools in your bag. Another method I like to use is contact a local attorney. You may not have an attorney relationship right now, but go to an attorney and let them know you're a real estate investor. The whole purpose here is you label yourself. You tell people, I'm a real estate investor. I buy real estate. That's what I do. Once they know that and they hear about a house coming up for sale, they're going to think of you. And when you go to your attorney, let them know you're starting a new business. You're investing and buying real estate in the town. And the advantage of going to an attorney is they handle estates. They handle properties that are distressed. They are in a position to see that a house is getting ready to come on the market. And that's when you need to be in position. You don't want to wait too long and let it hit the market, have a lot of people looking at it. You're trying to get ahead of the game. So it's real important to let your friends know, let your family know, let your sphere of influence, everybody you know, you're a real estate investor. You buy real estate. And this is real because now you know you're qualified, you know you're ready, you have a business plan, and you are a real estate investor. So go out and let everybody know, and then when they hear about a house, they're going to come to you. When I started looking at my first group of houses, I had a set amount of money I wanted to cash flow off a house or I was not interested in it. My number was $400. I don't know why, but if it cash flowed at $400, that was the target I was looking for. Well, then you're wondering, how do I get to that number? Well, it's a simple math problem. I'll go into more detail in a later video, but what you're trying to do here is understand the purchase price, the cost of the loan, the taxes, and the insurance. Those numbers are your expenses. Then you look at what you can rent the house for. That's your income. You match those numbers together and you see if there's any cash flow left over in the end. And if it hits your numbers, then move forward. And if the numbers don't work out, don't be afraid to walk away. My philosophy always was I was going to offer the amount of money that gave me the cash flow that I was looking for. If I was not able to accomplish that, I would just walk away. There's no hurt feelings. There are a lot of people looking at the house and they're happy to have somebody give a tour. So now you've made an appointment with the realtor and you're walking through the house. This is an important time to slow everything down. Pay attention to every detail in the house. As you're walking through, look at the age of the appliances, look at the windows, look at the doors. And it's also important to have a list of questions when you walk in the house. Ask them about the HVAC system. Ask them about the city water and sewer, the age of the roof. And it's also important to go into every section of the house that you're allowed to go into. Go down into the crawl space. Bring a flashlight. Look really hard. This is not an inspection, but this is your initial contact with the house. This is the opportunity to really take your time, focus on the house, and look for cracks, look for water stains, look for anything that catches your eye. Now, in the future, you'll get the house under contract, and you'll have an inspector go through, and he'll do a more detailed inspection of the house. But the first time you walk through that house, take your time, slow it down, and pay attention. Another thing you need to do when you go to preview the house is find out about the seller. This information is going to come from the realtor because typically the seller won't be at the house when you're walking through and looking at it for the first time. So you need to get the realtor to answer your questions. How long have they owned the house? Do they have a mortgage on the house? Do they own it free and clear, which means they have no debt on the property? How old are they? What is their motivation? Are they selling the house to buy another house? Are they older and getting ready to retire and just need to let go of the house? Find out the story of the seller financially and the entire story of what's going on. This is really going to help you out when you go to write your offer. Another tip is go ahead and go to a copy store and make a business card. You are a real estate investor. Put your name on there, label yourself as a real estate investor, put your email on there, and anywhere you go, anybody who will listen, let them know you're interested in buying real estate and you're a new real estate investor and you're growing your business for your family. Pass those cards out. Let everybody who will listen know what you do and what you're interested in. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Super Dave. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to talking to you again. Thanks.